Hi buddy, welcome back to Regrowth Revisited, episode 7 with me, Sid. I've just realised I'm wearing my snorkel. Yeah. And I have been a busy boy. So, first off, with the exception of that plot, these are all maxed out 10, 10, 10. Tin seeds, coal, iron, copper. I also completed the dye seeds, but I haven't. I did not want to do that. It doesn't matter. Just as long as it's got 3, it will still be a 10, 10, 10. So we can safely say, well, I can't safely say because who knows what the quest book is going to direct us on, but we can safely predict that there's a very good chance that maybe we won't need to do anything seed related this episode, except one thing. So while I've been improving those seeds, and because they all start as 111s, it takes a while. I have levelled this hillside on this side of the base, and I've been laying out a plan, and we are going to build a massive, great greenhousey thing. It's not going to have a roof, but it's going to be kind of a greenhouse, glass house. We're going to have walls, going to go round. We're going to start off and then we'll just keep blocking it out as we go. But I don't want these in here, I want them to be over here. And what we'll do is where this torch is, we'll have a little bridge over and we'll tunnel through and we'll go straight into the glass house and everything will be good and happy. So that's the plan. But before we do that, we have questage to do. One piece of questage, which is a really quick and easy piece of questage, is to make ourselves a fishing rod out of sugar cane or reed. Combine it with that. That will give me a fishing, and that tells us your bait. So we need a sifter, fishing nets, fish oil to make things, fishing rods to make fishing rods, how many uses, types of things, biome defaults, well obviously not much use here, we're pretty much things fishing, and then you get the fish with all the various stuff, and automatic fishers, all the stuff, fish breeding, because, yeah, of course, seeds are not enough. You want to improve fish as well, don't you? Yes you do. So that was a book that we needed to take us there. Now this one we can't do yet. This is a factory, it requires us to make some other stuff. But, it's a big but, and I cannot lie. We need to move to this, the crucible. We need 2 of those, and we set up most of what we needed last episode in here. So if we go back into Crucible Furnace, we need these heating things which require coal in this with these things, and I need 24 coal. Now I now have got quite a bit of coal, and I think you just do them like that, and that should give me a bunch of those. We take you out, and that will take us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A whole load of 6s, so we need 12. I think I need 24, isn't it? That's what I said, yes. And then these will make those, and temporarily we'll put those in there because that's where they need to go, and then we can stick the coal there for now. So coal in the bag, all good. Next thing we need is we need these, and for those I need iron bars, but we need iron now. Actually, let's just do, I've got quite a bit. Let's do 2's worth, because I'm gonna wow, let's just do 1's worth. I don't think I need to faff around, because we obviously would much prefer to or double wherever possible. We'll take out the glass and we'll quarter them to make the most use of time. And that will give me iron, with which I can obviously make the ironage bars, and that glass will come in handy for when we start to come and work on our glass house, which we're going to do this episode. But I do want to progress these things. So yeah, we're going to need to lava brick, crucible furnace capable of withstanding high temperatures necessary to melt your metals to a molten state. Also, we'll be able to get metal buckets, which means that we'll be able to get lava without destroying our things every 5 seconds. We'll just grab those. There should be enough of those to make those. And while I'm here, let me just do one of those. So if we take these and that gives me 2 of those. We then, well, let me just put those in there. We can split these out bit by bit. And then 2 of those. Gives us that nice settling thing. So I'm going to have to make a mob trap. I think I'm going to go out into the wilderness though, find a relatively flat area, and we'll make a mob trap to capture some endermans. Because we need the ender pearls until we get the ender seeds. That's the one seed we've not done yet. Not necessarily doing it this episode though. Castaway. So once you've started producing some metals, but directly smelt them in simple stone, let's see if we can do. Once you've melted down your metals, you need a way to cool them. So we need to make a ladle. We need to make an ingot caster and a block caster. Okay. What's in a ladle then? 3 copper. I can definitely do that. Let's make ourselves a bunch of copper. I'm in 2 minds about at this point whether I should make myself some armour. Again, we'll split this multiple ways. Slightly inefficient there, but... And I should have, I think... Did I not have spare ones of those tanks? Well, that's cooking up. It was a tank, wasn't it? Not a blood tank. Fluid tank. 4 copper, 4 wood and a piece of glass. Let's just grab that while that's cooking up. One of them. And helps if you do that correctly, does it? There's 2 of those. So, inside or outside? I'm going to go inside for now. That should give us that. That's up to temperature. Let's leave the other bucket for now. And that can go in there. Ladle. Put those away as well. Ingot caster, okay. Ingot caster. Need some more seared bricks, which means I need more lava. Now, stupid question. Is that a tank that retains its liquid? It does. That means we can go and get some lava. It's over there. I'll see you in a moment. The simple pleasures of a bucket which doesn't destroy itself when you use it to scoop up molten rock. I mean, the realist in me realises that even an iron bucket would not be able to do this. 16 things of lava of things, that should keep us ticking. Because one of the things I do want to do in my little courtyard there is make a cobble gen as well. Oh, there's a note there, look. Just there. Because of course Thorncraft is part of this pack. 1.7 Thorncraft, which means it's a good old learning curve again. But we can at least now make some more bricks, which means we can make the things we need to make, and everything will be good and happy. So I am going to make, well, we need to do the ingot caster, which is 5, and the block caster, which is 8, so I need 13. So yeah, I'll make 13 of those. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we made 16, so that should be enough for a block caster and an ingot caster, and that will give me some stuff. And now, when the crucible furnace is great for holding heat and melting down metals, cobblestone seems to actually melt when placed in the crucible. When it's cast as an ingot, it seems to form a brick that's incredibly resistant to heat. Seared bricks. Now this is why I'm kind of sat there going, well, we really want to do a cobble gen. Because I can go digging cobble underground, and that's fine. Also, incidentally, I discovered that there was a mutation between the snowbell and the wheat that I'd not got. I was flicking through the book in the when I moved the crop analyzer, and it was like, there's a mutation you haven't got here, and I'm like, really? That seems very strange. So let's see what that is. I can't remember. However, we can, with at least with this now, we can go and, for example, let us grab some iron, and we can stick those in there. I think we can do that. Now I don't know whether we need to actually put fuel in as well. Oh, needs to be hotter. We're not up to temperature yet. Well, tell you what, just to make sure you get there, because that bucket of lava is almost gone, we'll use a couple of these just to power that. That'll hopefully get us up to temperature. Let's go and look at a cobble gen. Now a lot of this is going to move. These are going to move over here. In fact, let me actually do that for now. Do-do. and you. Right, let's move that over there. See, what I want to do down here is let's start off with moving this lot out. And then let's get this garden soil out of the way. And I just need some ordinary bog standard dirt. This can go with the witchery. Get a little dirt. And fill that in. So we should have 9 spots down here at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Works fine. We'll actually come to here. Maybe. Put that there. So I want 6 more fertile soil. We're going to need a lot more fertile soil, obviously. Oh, no, don't put that in there. Can we take that out of there? There we go. And down here we will come in and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be good. We'll go and put these belladonna seeds away temporarily. And what I'm going to plant is one of each of these magical crops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we will always have the food sources that they provide. So let me get those in, and I shall be back with you in a sec. Alright, so armed with our knowledge, I need a chest. I don't know why the chests are in there. They should be probably up there in there, but that doesn't matter. Because we are going to start off, let me grab all of that out, as we mean to go on and make this efficient, and we are going to go with a hooper hopper. And then I'm going to grab, I got no cobblestone other than that. Well, that's fine. Or do I want cobblestone? I mean, realistically, I want something that I can't beat through easily. Yeah, cobblestone will do. It's not the fastest pick in the world, is it? How are you doing? You are at 1500, you need to be 1538. And I would say that lava actually isn't hacking it. Just as well, really. Because it occurs to me that what we actually want to do is go with a good. Not even, I'll make 2 stacks. This is not like it's infinite. You know, we've got plenty of space here. So what I've done out here is I've put myself a little planter in. So this is basically a meal, and each one of those will give me, I think it's 4 when harvested. So here, I need to remember my hooferator, don't I? I think it was 2 on the lava side and 1 on the. Let's come away a little bit, shall we? Let's just not take a chance. If we come there and then we go 1, 2, and then we take you, and you can just point straight in there. We'll We'll make that look nice just because I'm not a heathen. And then there and there. And then come around like this. And that can go into a water barrel. Barrel would work, wouldn't it? What have I got? What have I got that I made already? I can't pick these up until I'm running copper tools, so I think a chest for now. We'll just keep it simple, eh? So that runs into a chest. Yeah, that's right. Still looking good. God, trying to remember how to do a simple cobble gen, and I've done one just recently in Homestead in the Woods as well, just for good measure. But that should. Now there's a question mark about whether I want to cover that up, but that should be fine. And we shouldn't have the problem of it going with the hopper. It basically captures every time, so I am going to take those out so that looks nicer. And now we can take that cobblestone and cook it straight down. What I will do is grab my stone saw. Love the fact that in this version of Minecraft, it was like, you know what, decorating is important and it shouldn't cost a fortune. It was a pleasant surprise. In fact, we could just do that, couldn't we? That works. Yeah, and then because this is virtually free, why not? Let me just check how many you do actually give me. 4. Yes, I thought it was. So, technically speaking, I could get rid of the carrots, potatoes, the wheat. I don't really need them, maybe just a couple. Let's put those in there. And I will turn off my block light again. So we are going to need a lot of seared stone. But that's fine, I really don't mind. Let me just have a look at the quest. It wants those seared bricks. That isn't an option, I can't make grout. So 36 miller buckets in an ingot caster makes a brick. And that makes those. So I'll be back in a bit once I've got 8 of those. Alright, we've got our first 8, so now it wants us to make all the things. Smeltery controller, well, we can do that one straight off the bat with 8, because that's that one. So we need a drain, we need 4 seared bricks, we need a casting table, we need a faucet, we need a tool forge. These are pretty straightforward. So I think that you just run this through. Basically it's 4 at a time, and you run them through till they set. The ladle was a little bit awkward. You had to shift click that to get anything out. But you know, not the end of the world. So what we're going to need to do is we are going to want to make certainly a bigger, I don't need those, do I? Let me just go to the burn bricks. So let me do 3 of those for now, and we'll work our way through this, and we'll get the smeltery in, and I'm going to put basically just going to be a 3x3. It's just going to go in here, so we've got room to extend upwards. I will probably replace the back wall with that. I'll probably replace this with the thing. I am also going to need to do more cobble, because that did not go far at all. That was a stack and a bit. So I think we've all seen Tinker's Construct Smeltery been made before, but I'll come back when we've got the parts, and yeah, I will see you in a bit. Okay, sorry, I'm just eating. Should probably have stopped doing that before I started recording, but I hit the button now, so there you go. One smeltery. No fuel in it right now, but that's fine. There's no faucets and no casting tables either. So I think we should have everything except a casting table and a faucet and a tool forge for the quest. However, I also want not just a casting table, but I also want a casting basin. I'll probably leave that just until we've got everything made though, because this is, I need 3 lots of those, because I'm fairly certain those I use to make a casting table with the tool station. They are. And 4 copper blocks. Let's use it with the one we've got the most of, shall we? Cat's doing cat things outside. All I can do is rattle, 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 rattle. Right, so tool station. That, by the way, needs a witchery, needs wispy cotton nearby. That's the missing piece. So I've left it planted just because we can. But we can also do that, which should give me that one. So it's now just a casting table and a faucet. So that is, well, I could make a faucet at this stage, but let's just get that in there, and let's make a faucet for now. And we can go and pop this out here. Now I put 2 things. You could do this one of 2 ways. You could have a casting basin which is there and has a basin and a thing, or you could just have one on either side. I've gone for either side in this instance, not for any particular reason, that's just how I've gone. It works. Let's not jinx it. And I need another cast. And then I'll need a faucet and a basin, but I want to just double check that I'm not making something out of turn. So that should be that. Oh, and you're going to give me an ingot cast. Oh, excellent. There's a reason why I say excellent, because I can't make aluminium brass right now, which means until I've got aluminium, we have no means of using this. Except of course we do, because now I can stick some copper in there. I can make myself a copper. In fact, why would I bother? I can make myself an iron pickaxe, and the world will be good and happy. So let's just go back here. So now coke oven. Okay, that doesn't appear to have any requirements. That's not opened anything up there. Nothing there. Nothing there. We do need to do this. That's a thing we definitely need to get into. Enables, we probably need to get to the nether, although that's terrifying. What is this? I hate the nether. We do need to go here for our greenhouse. Yep, stuff to do over there. Life of the world we still need to play with, and nothing else has opened up. However, we can just finish off this crafting table, and I can also... Now, the greenhouse I want to build between episodes. The reasoning behind that is fairly straightforward. I don't really need to make any more seared stone, do I? But there you go. And that is because there's a lot of downtime between episodes. Especially when you start doing the seed stuff. So I think what we'll do is we shall work on this bit for now, and let us go into this quest here, which requires us to make a regular infusion stone. Now, I don't think that is anything particularly difficult. It is one of each of those. We don't need the ender essence, plus that to make that. We don't even actually need the original stone. That's interesting. So tin, copper, yeah, just those, and 4 of those. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Need a little bit of living wood, living stone even, and that should be enough for us to make a regular infusion. And we'll need you. Got a feeling this one's using a bit of quite a bit of mana, but we got a reasonable amount. I've not really been feeding that, to be honest, but that will give us the ability to make the next level of essence, which is I think it's regular essence. Come on, good grief. That was a lot, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, that is a biggie. But I want to move these crops, the crops that were growing all the time. I'm going to leave these in here. I want to move the proper crops out into the greenhouse, and then we'll we will see what we see, basically. But I think that's something we can do mainly between episodes. I would like to show you what I'm planning to do for the building, or the design of, though. First things first, let us have a look at this quest. Gonna give me those. And oh look, a whole load of seeds, including aluminium essence, floral white powder, limestone, and the stuffage. Okay. To make aluminium essence, and that will then allow me to make bauxite seeds. There's fire seeds we need to make, water seeds, skeleton, experience, obsidian, earth, air, gold, and blaze seeds. I need essence of the nether. Okay. No idea how I get that. Floral brown powder and nether bricks. We need netherrack basically, don't we? Let us pop that and that in there for now. Oh, we'll stick those out of the way, and that can go in out of the way for now, just so we're thing. Right, first things first. Door. Do I have a door? I do not have a door. Okay. I'm going to go with a dark oak door. Sorry, spruce door. Best door anyway. Except of course, yeah, this is 1.7 point something or other, isn't it? You don't have that option, you just have door. Okay, and the entrance to our greenhouse is going to be here. That's just to protect me while we build the thing in the first instance. So the greenhouse itself is going to be mainly glass. Probably a certain amount of spruceage. We'll take 64. They're easy enough to build, and in theory, I should be able to make a flint felling axe, which will make chopping the trees down a lot easier. And what we want to do is I need to grab the glass. Just take a stack. And the first thing we need to do is make the glass nice and get rid of that. Bubble. Borderless. Yeah, borderless. Oh, hang on. Put you away, grab you, because the glass is going to be in pane form. Gonna need another. Are you going to be enough? Yes, just. Gonna need another saw though, definitely. Right. So what we're going to have, and I'll just jump over the wall for the time being because I haven't got a bridge in place yet. Is here we shall go having a one gap, so that is there. But we're going to have slabs on the top of those, so there's still not going to be anything spawning and wandering into our base. That's the theory anyway. And then opposite the door here we'll do the same. And we'll put a bridge in and yada yada. And then what we're going to do is going to go I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll put in a thing, maybe. And then what I want to do is take these, and these are going to be 2 apart, not 3 apart. So that will be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. We can work with that. Like so. And like so. And so on and so forth. You know, it's all pretty straightforward. And then we're going to leave the crappy ground outside. That was not what I wanted. But the ground on the inside will be nice. And we'll try not to cock up like that. But this way at least the glass is going to go a long way. He says, cocking up again. Hup. So we'll end up with a block of 2, block of 3, so 4 and then 4, and then we're going to run down the edges for the less common crops that we don't need a lot of. That's the idea. Now what we probably need to think about is putting a light source on the top of the thing. So that will go 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then block. And at that point I'll probably just, because that will take us to here, I'll probably just build a temporary wall, and every time we need to extend it we just put more in. So let me get some of that done and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, just cast a iron pickaxe worth of thing, because these flint pickaxes are getting a little bit old hat. I'm going to, in fact, I'll probably throw that away. You do need some stickage, because I need a tool rod and a cross piece. Don't know whether I can do. I can. Okay, there you go. There's an iron pick. Now, what I've done over here, and I've started to work on this bit here, is this. So we've got an overhang. So this should be spider proof. We need to keep it spawn proof, and we'll, as I say, we'll run these down. I've moved the coal in. And what we're going to do is move in the tin, iron and copper. These lot I think I will probably retire. I don't think I need them. Not with that. So that's a thing. And I will probably put the door on this side and put a pressure plate. Just so this is isolated. The floor needs to be replaced with something suitable, and just out of interest, because we can make it, should we make it with mossy cobble? I mean, we've got some nice mossy, and that might actually be nice. The damaged messy cobblestone with the we got a cobblestone tiles, cobblestone, I think it's those two. We could go there. let's do that. Now I am rapidly coming around to the idea of keeping this series going after 16 episodes. You knew I would, didn't you? Maybe not. You know, maybe only it'll be down to once a week. Put it that way. But I am actually really enjoying revisiting this pack. And therefore I am a bit reluctant to finish off the experiment, if you like. I'm going to need more than this, but this will give you an idea of what I'm aiming for. Now I wonder if I should do that, because wherever possible I want to keep the light off the ground. And the reason this is open is I want to put sprinklers over all of these. So yeah, that's kind of my design. Am I going to get all of this done this episode? No, I'm not. I'm going to be doing this between episodes. Because, you know, it's a relatively simple job. But we'll move the crops over into here. We'll get this thing. Every time I need to extend, we just take this wall. Well, we extend out, we put another wall on, we take that one down. Simple as. I would like to get glowstone. that would be nice. But that gives me something to be planning for there. Over here we now have that, so I really do think we need a nice screenshot of our setup. And next time you get back here, we should be, most of this lot should be gone. This lot will stay. I may extend this out to be 8 plots all the way down here, and then I may keep, or we'll fiddle around with these to get our cross breeding area sorted out and a little bit tidied up. This is going to get a little lean-to over the top. We'll make it our little, you know, tinker's area, because I want to, in fact, what I would like to do, let me think about this, I would like to make one of those in flint. That's not the right place. Ignore me. And we are therefore going to also need, if I want to make a felling axe, I'm going to need a plate, a cross and a tough tool rod. So I'm going to need a plate mould, a tough tool rod, a tough thing, and a tough tool rod. So I can make a flint plate, why not? As good as anything. And I can, don't want a plate though, do I? I want a, like that, because I'm going to need to chop down more of these big old trees. And the obvious way to do that in the first instance is just with a cheap to repair felling axe. Anyway, I think we're going to leave this episode here. So until next time, that that was really useful for about one episode. That's one of the things where you do get these packs. Sometimes you make something that doesn't seem overly useful. I'll probably keep it somewhere safe because there is a chance that there is something else. It's from mariculture, so we might need it for other things with the mariculture side. But yeah, I'm just going to progress myself steadily onwards, and next episode we'll probably have to move into those seeds, so a little bit of seedage, but we're almost certainly going to have to do the Botania to some degree as well, so we'll have to dig into things. I would like to also get into the irrigation side of things out here. So this is all, we've got the irrigation system on the top. You know, lots of things to do, and until then, thanks for watching guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.